everyone. I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe. Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. As your host, Chris Holmes, as always, helping you bring it to the next level. And today I have a special guest by the name of Antonio T. Smith Jr. That's always bringing inspiration and helping you make millions and overcome any kind of adversities that may come towards you. He's all about making you become the best version of yourself. So we're going to go ahead and hit the grounds running. So off of that, like, how you feeling today, Antonio?
Oh man, you know me, I'm always 100 copacetic. I'm like Jewish salt kosher. I'm a, you know what I'm saying, I'm clean socks on somebody. Yeah, I'm toothpaste on some fresh teeth. I'm all that, man. I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Now, I know I had you on the last episode, so they already know who.
Yeah. It's my second time back.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go a little bit more in the present this time. And I think you have like, a crazy goal of reaching like, was it 100 millionaires, something like that? But you always
100,000.
Yeah, 100,000. Hey, they always call somebody crazy until they actually make it happen. So tell me about that.
Yeah, man. So basically, to all of you soul production listeners, next level thinking listeners here, I'm just trying to create 100,000 millionaires. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm out here trying to do my thing. I've created 8 so far, on my way to a 9th one this year or really quickly. My man Chris is going to be one of those. He ain't playing around, all the way from Huntsville, Texas, small town. We can relate. So that's all I'm doing, is doing my very best to give back. Life has been good to me, so I'm giving back to life.
Awesome, and I like that. And as you great this like great movement and much more, I know like as when you actually leading something that's new, you want to face different kind of fears and adversities. So that definitely sort of audience can relate. What is like the most common fear or challenge that you run across when you're trying to build someone up to get to that level of being their best version of self or a millionaire?
No doubt. The most common fear that I run across other people is the fear your parents put in you.
Ooh.
And I, yeah, man, I'm trying to be respectable, but last time I tore your show up with the truth. I'm trying not to, but you be asking all these questions.
Be yourself.
Yeah, you be asking all these questions that make me tell the truth. But no, most common fear that I run into is the fear of lower self-esteem, the fear of death, the fear of loss of love, all this stuff your parents ran you into. Most of the people, when I coach or when I got to teach people, I always have to unteach them what their parents taught them. And that is the most common thing that I run to.
It's basically like you sound like reconstruction the whole person. And that can be like years of work, that you think, because like they are, of course, naturally you respect your parents and believe that they are all right at all times.
This we're not talking about a moment of disagreeing. To release your parents' teachings is not the same as rejecting them or disrespecting them or not even loving them. It's just releasing what worked for them, so you can find what works for you. So I'm glad you brought that up, because I'll tell your audience that just because you disagree with your parents' direction for your life does not mean that you disagree with your parents. And I can't stress that enough. The easiest way I can say that is there's only one way to get satisfaction, just one way. It's very simple. You do what works for you and what makes you happy. That's satisfaction. The moment you do what I want you to do, you don't have satisfaction.
And that's a very strong point. And I meet a lot of friends, and even the professional field, it's like they either want to live out what their parents want, or they're afraid to make that. Going back to what we were saying about fear, and I actually want to dive into kind of like a quick pivot, real quick, is the death. Now, this is going to be I think really strong, because I hear a lot of times, especially when somebody's trying to get more greatness, funds, wealth, or happiness, or regardless, the biggest, or I don't say it's the biggest, the most common thing I hear is like, oh, why should I even do that? I mean, I'm going to die regardless. So why does it even matter? And it's like,
Because you're gonna die.
yeah.
That's why. But keep going. I'm sorry, but that is why.
Yeah, you want to leave a leg. But in their mind, though, that's what they're thinking. They're like, why should I do this? And it's not going to matter. But I guess it's like in their environment, that's what they've been told multiple times or talks that have
No doubt.
nothing
No doubt.
past that or think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, man, you hit the nail on the head. Listen, y'all, you're gonna freaking die. You're gonna die tonight. You're gonna die tomorrow. You're gonna die right after this interview. As soon as you look at the show notes of this podcast, you're gonna freaking die. And because you're gonna die, or maybe you're gonna die at 80 years, but you're gonna freaking die. There's no way around it. So that should be all your motivation. In fact, let me just tell y'all this shit. If you need to be motivated, you're doing the wrong damn thing. Period. Right? If you need some motivation, if I gotta motivate you, if I gotta pep talk you, you're doing the wrong thing. Because when you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you're doing what makes you happy, you don't need motivation. You wake up motivated. I guarantee you, Chris don't need motivation in the morning. Chris know that, you know what I'm saying, he's bigger than Huntsville. That's no disrespect to Huntsville. That's not to say he's not fit to change Huntsville, and I've already changed. What's that saying is this man don't need no motivation. That's why he know me and all these other celebrities and all this other stuff like that, because you don't need no motivation. That being said, all of you should make sure that you're not the friend that I constantly have to motivate so I can be around you. Now, I just said something there.
That was deep.
A lot of you, yeah, man, a lot of you are the friend that I got to lift up just so I can coexist with. Don't be that friend, because successful people avoid those people.
Now, I definitely hit on that real quick because it's something, and I'm just going to be completely honest. It's like when you reach a certain amount, actually we touched on this last time, but I want to go even further. When a person reaches a certain amount of success, it's like either their society culture or whatever expects them to lift them up.
Oh, yeah. You talking.
And what that usually happens is instead of the person being able to really take off and use their wings and actually really thrive like they should, now they have all this extra baggage and weight trying to lift up the other person that's not actually, contributing or helping grow that
right.
Really take off. And now they're slowing down, or even worse, they may even go back to or even under where they even started from.
I can't say nothing about that, man. You just out here spitting facts. What you want me to? You want me to follow facts for facts? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's real talk, man. Everything you're saying is complete. It's completely true. You know what? Let me say this right here. I really wish, and Chris didn't pay me to do this, but I'm gonna do it in y'all face. I really wish y'all recognize what y'all got in Chris. And I'm dead serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you, 27 or 28?
28.
It's ridiculous. 28, doing this thing, knows multiple multimillionaires, consistently creating his own economy, don't need nobody to pour into him, pours into himself. I want all of the super fans of this podcast and all the super fans of Mr. Chris Holmes here, I want you to recognize that every time this man says something, it's probably something you need to get to the next level. So I just want to honor you with that, man, because I really can't follow what you just said. That was facts. But I can tell them y'all need to listen to Chris. How about that?
I greatly appreciate it. And like, I'm always a student.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Learning from you, others, reading books and things like that.
No doubt.
You have the mic on this one, the importance of constantly learning. I think that's very valuable in anybody's success. So go ahead and fill the details and even more on that.
Well, the whole point of life is to unlearn what you have learned, right? Like you have to listen to the word remember. And I can do this in any school of thought, but I'll take a Christian school of thought. You're all one members of the body of Christ is what Christians would say. Members of Christ, members of this. Sikhism has two main things. One of those, most importantly, is love others as you love, yourself. Love others more than you love yourself. So basically what I'm saying is listen to the word remember. It means to become a member again. Ladies and gentlemen, you must forget what we taught you, what they taught you, so you can remember that you were connected to the one great source, whatever you want to call it. That's up to you. But you need to unlearn some stuff, which means you need to be consistently learning. Just think about it. Here's my cup right here. If you're listening just audio, I'm holding a coffee cup in my hand. It's a cancer cup, not the actual disease cancer, but the fact that I'm born in July 20th, right? This is a cancer cup. And if this cup was filled and I didn't know who filled it, the first thing I would do is pour it out. I want you to process that. The first thing I would do with a filled cup, if I didn't fill it, if I don't know where the field came from, I pour it out. Well, that's how folk who are not constantly learning, you're a full cup. And the first thing we do is we pour you out. Now, I'll pour you out my life, I'll pour you out my existence, or I'll just pour you out my energy. Either way, I don't know where you came from. You got to go. You got to be empty. Constantly empty. Socrates in Plato's 5 Dialogues said this here.
Oh,
come on, man. You know me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Socrates, known as the smartest man in the world at the time, said, you guys had a reputation of smart, but you're dumb. The reason I'm smart is because I think I'm dumb. So I'm always learning.
That right there.
And that's it. That's it, bro. That's it right there.
Yeah, when you said that, I definitely understood you. I guarantee someone gonna be like, what? What do you mean by that? And like, out of honesty, and basically what it's saying is like, don't think you're too smart basically over everyone that you can't learn anything else, because you basically make yourself even more open or even a fool.
No doubt. Name me one superhero, one god, Greek god, any god, lowercase g god, big case G god, any superhero that don't have a weakness. Right? Like even the Christian God, he does what he wants and you're at his will, right? Like we can't serve anything perfect. So why you out here fronting like you perfect? Nobody likes you, and that's why you don't have no fans. That's why nobody buys from you, because I can't see your journey, so I can't connect from you. That's simple.
Well said. Now this one I know is going to really like stir things up, and the danger.
You know I'm ready.
How I was put like this. It's very. I'm gonna let you answer. Like I believe it's very risky to be very humble, because being humble can actually destroy you from your actual success, because you're so worried about looking too good or doing so much further that it just makes you feel bad inside. That kind of feel.
No doubt. So let's take the humble word and let's unhijack it, okay? Because I feel what you're saying. You don't want to be humble, but we're not talking about a sense of morality. We're talking about a sense of turn your noise down so I can tolerate you, right? Chris, you shine too much. Turn that crap down so I can be comfortable with your shine. Ladies and gentlemen, the problem with shining is every time Chris shines, he reflects. That's the problem with shining. That's like literally. If you shine, you also reflect. And when you reflect, it means that if I'm close enough to your shine, I see my reflection. And if I don't like my reflection, I don't like Chris. Because Chris reminds me of what I don't like in me.
Yeah.
Rewind, press play. Every time Chris shines, Chris also reflects. And then when he reflects, if you around him and you don't like you, then you ain't gonna like him. So what's the only logical thing for you to do? Well, to kill his shine, because you're not gonna change. You're not gonna stop not liking your reflection. What you're gonna do is throw dirt on his shine. Come on, Chris. I know you got some haters out there, right?
Yes, and so does any kind of successful person does.
No doubt. So to the credit of all the podcast listeners here, all of you listen to Chris because you like your own reflection. See? Right? So essentially, don't be humble. Shine. How can I see your light if you keep quenching it? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you have the responsibility to carry the light. You got a responsibility to make a difference in this world, and you can't be a secret agent and then make a difference in this world. I need you to shine. I need you not to be bright. In fact, let me say it this way, bro, in more conciseness. You can't ever be poor enough to help poor people. You can't ever be sick enough to help sick people. So don't be humble. There it is.
Dropping the mics and at the beginning of the mic, just like breaking them. Definitely well said as always. And also, like, what do you think is the top myths, like top 3 myths when it comes to money that a lot of people with, let's say, I would say either poor or middle class get confused, and it prevents them from actually elevating?
You got to work hard for it. That's a top myth. Number 1 myth. The number
Go
2 myth is
you get. Go a little bit deeper on that though, because you said that.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. The most hardworking people in the world right now. We're focused on America since we're in America, but the most hardworking people in the world, or America, the most religious, hardworking people in the world, the most voting people in the world. As of this recording, yesterday was voting. It was folks standing outside 7 hours. 7 hours to vote.
Ooh, that's gonna hit hard.
Right? Those folks standing outside 7 hours just to cast a vote. You feel me? The hardest working, most honest, most sacred, most devout people that are the greatest people on planet Earth, they're in the middle class and they're broke. And that hurts because your grandmother is the best person you know. Your dad cleaned toilets so you can go to college. How you gonna outwork a man that cleaned toilets? Come on, man. Right? How you gonna out devout your grandmother that was in church every day? You know what I'm saying? And evening church. She ain't even watched the Super Bowl because she was at evening church on Super Bowl Sunday. How you gonna out God that? And it's simple. All those hardworking people, they're broke. And they die broke. And I don't mean no disrespect, and I say it with respect, greatest respect. You don't work hard for money. You work extremely hard for monthly money, or cash flow is what we call it. But once you do it once, cash flow comes forever. So I worked real hard once to get paid into 3-4 generations. Y'all work hard to trade time for money. So that's number 1 myth, man. Number 1 myth. Yeah.
Go the second one.
Yeah. No doubt. So besides the fact that you work hard for money, the second myth is that money isn't everywhere. If money
don't grow on trees.
Yeah, that's trash, bro. Like if I shine on this podcast, I'm taking away from Chris. If Chris shine on this podcast, he's taking away from me. All that's trash. There's no such thing as lack. There's only abundance. You've never seen a rain cloud rain one drop. You know what I'm saying? You never went to the rice field and saw 1 grain of rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, in fact, you never went out to your front yard and saw 1 piece of grass. You was born into this world and took 1 breath. No. You got 1 tooth. No, man. No, none of that. You ain't got your nose hairs, male or female, grow so much in abundance, we got to pluck them joints. You know what I'm saying? Nature does everything in abundance. So whenever you find lack, man created it. First man was named Antonio, and Antonio found the orange tree first. And Antonio said, Chris, you can come to the orange tree. You look like me. And then the third person came to the orange tree, looked like me and Chris. Said, yeah, come to the orange tree, no doubt. Fourth person came to the orange tree, looked like us. Fifth person came to the orange tree, looked differently. It was cool, though. We got plenty of oranges. 100th person came to the orange tree. Me and Chris had a meeting. Wait a minute now. Me and you was first. Wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna have to control who catching this tree. And right there is where lack is created. Nature creates abundance. Man creates lack. So the second myth of money is that it's not enough of it. That's a lie. Right now, we are in a $19 trillion deficit. That means there's also $19 trillion in circulation. So you better damn sure be able to find $20. No doubt. Right? No doubt. No doubt about that. So that's the second myth of abundance. You want the third one?
Go ahead, strike them out.
Man, the third myth of abundance is, third myth of money is, if I let me, I'm gonna speak for my culture. I hope you don't mind me speaking for my
go
culture.
ahead, just go be yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak for my culture. That if you get money and I get money, they not gonna let us keep getting money.
I'm about to lead a chair after this.
Yeah, it's all right for one of us to get money, but if two of us start getting money, let me just say it the way I want it. So them white folk ain't let go. Go let us get no money. Let me just say it the way I want to say it. Yeah, so I'm speaking about culture. This term was not objective. This term was cultural, right? Listen, the market rewards excellence. If you're excellent, the market will reward you. Period. Point blank. That's never going to change. The market will reward your excellence, and it doesn't care about your color. It doesn't care about your background. As a matter of fact, nobody ever asked me when I'm buying apartment complexes and starting a new business with my social security number. They don't ask me that. They ask y'all that. They don't ask me where my address was in the last 10 years. They don't ask me that. They ask y'all that. Right? They don't ask me my credit score. My apartment complex, the numbers work for it. I don't need to back it up with my credit score. I got 25% down. The numbers work for themselves. The apartment complex is collateral. Run me my money.
Straight up.
Yes, straight up. Right? I don't need my apartment. I don't need my credit score. I don't need my social security number. Right? And they don't need to know where I've been living for the last 10 years or references. I don't need to know that. I live in a different world. So yeah, man, just, I guess concisely saying this, more than white people just make money. You feel me? And I want y'all to think about this for a second. I know I shouldn't. I'm probably tearing this man podcast up. But, real talk, man. It's far more black and brown people than there are white people. You feel me? And this is no thing against white people. And there's no thing for black and brown people in this particular statement. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense for you to think you can't get money. Everybody deserves money. Money ain't got no damn color on it. Now go get your money. Go get your money and stop fighting over race. And you don't even have the audacity or courage to fight for wealth. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
You just like revving up on the engine. I'll bob and weave.
This gonna be a good podcast. You know me. I got plenty to say, but I'll let you bring it out.
Gotcha. Well, to bring it out, it shall come after that. Like this. Okay, so how are you creating this generational wealth and helping people obtain millions? Because I know you have a process.
No doubt. Well, you know what? Forget my process. Here's the truth. There's only one way to create generational wealth. It's in bad times. And
man.
I know.
My bad. Yeah, you like Homer reaction. Go ahead.
Yeah. You can't create generational wealth in good times. You create generational wealth in bad times. Don't let them lie to you. Stop letting Fox News. And listen, it ain't just Fox News. It's MSNBC. It's CNBC. They all lying to you because they all owned by 8 different companies, yo. Stop letting them lie to you. The truth is, bad times ain't bad for the top 1%. Hell, I'm probably going to become a billionaire after the next recession. With a B. Cat Williams say, you ought to be able to stand in the middle of the street and just say billion and people die. This is billion, right? If you're on audio, I'm using billion like a gun. Billion. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ought to say billion and people die. Real talk. Man, it's for real. The next recession is probably going to push me to, if not $1 billion cash, $1 billion net worth. And net worth is trash, right, in my personal opinion. But the point is, man, you become wealthy in bad times. So all y'all out there trying to create generational wealth, if you can't create a recession, then you better go to people struggling. You go to struggling people and you solve their struggling problem and you get a healthy bank account. And if you can't find struggling people with a problem, then you find people who want to be entertained. That's why strip clubs ain't going nowhere. Right?
Yeah.
Good times or bad times.
They still there.
They've been stripping since the caveman era. You know what I'm saying? Before it was electricity, it was folk using fire to see a stripper in a cave. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We've been capitalizing off of bad times. Why? Because you buy low, you sell high. This is basic rules of economics, man. Basic rules.
Man, oh man. Ooh, dropping all kinds of jewels.
Oh, that's my job, man.
He said, that's my job. Go ahead and take care of business as always. So as we so as we build up even more, what is now? Of course, I got to hit this one. And not everybody's going to have like the entrepreneur, built, and that's perfectly off.
Right.
Okay, because
that's fine.
but I'm a big person of being self-aware of who you are. So talking to the people that actually do have the traditional, jobs and things like that, what can they do to attain the wealth as well? Because I don't want them to feel like left out.
Me and Chris need you, right? We the stupid people getting arrows in the back, hated on, and black sheep of the family starting businesses. But how we gonna become billionaires without employee number 23? You feel me? Gary Vee is very famous for saying employee number 23 is a millionaire with Facebook. First 20 people started with Michael Dell are billionaires. Come on now. I employ right now, immediately. I got a bunch of employees, but immediately, like in my first reach, like first level or first two levels, I have 60. I have 72 employees in the first two levels. And I ain't nothing without them. Nothing. We need you. Like, real talk. Now, those first 8 employees that started with me, they are millionaires. Oh, help me somebody. Right? Every last one of them folk that started with me, they millionaires. The other 16 that's behind that, or excuse me, the other 6 behind now, they on their way to be millionaires. The 60, well, they on their way to be 6 figures. We need you. Look, don't be afraid to be a secretary. Run that. Don't be afraid to be an administrative professional. Run that. You want to be a pastor? Run that too. A piano sounds like garbage if all the keys played the same note.
Yeah.
Right? But since they're different, that's how you get symphonies. And that is the point to Chris' question. You gotta be different keys with different notes to have a sympathy. There's no doubt about it.
Job well done as always, and much more. So
yeah.
Ooh, we already dropped a good chunk of jewels already, and they probably
you can take as long as you want, man. Let me see when she got me. You can do whatever you Deanna scheduled you out.
Yeah,
she cleared out. You can do. I don't know how long she cleared you out, so you can do whatever you got all freedom. You can definitely hold them to a part 3, but let me just be quiet. Let you run your show.
Yeah, that's how we do it. And hey, you, as the audience is hearing this right now, it's completely transparent. And that way we give you the great value information that you deserve, because you do deserve greatness and much more. Oh, so that actually make me think of another great question is the
good stuff
of needing funds to start a business. Now, this is what I come across a lot of people, especially when I go to networking events, where they just trying to like, I don't know if I have the funds to do this. And, so I'm
sorry. I'm supposed to be quiet. No, I'm sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
You don't need funds to start business, y'all. Stop out. Get out of here. First off, money is fake. We made that crap up. We made money up, y'all. Get out of here. Well, all right. So how they start business in the biblical times then? With money or with sheep? Come on now. Come on. Right? So was there a U.S. Department of Treasury? in the Roman Empire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're only thinking with your 21st century mindset. Money don't exist. We made that crap up to control you. Get out of here, man. No, you don't need money. You want me to tell you what you need? You need 8 things, and they split in 2. You need 3 things to start off, and I'm gonna tell you the 5 ways to do it. Thing number 1, you need to have a product. You cannot make money without a product. Do you understand? I need you to get that. Yeah. Not you. I know you get it. I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? You can. Yeah. I'm talking to them. You get it. You doing your thing. You got like 12 products on the left side of your business and another 36 on the right side. I know you got products. You know what I'm saying? But them, they need to pay attention. You need a product, and if you don't have a product, then you go find someone else's product to sell. And if you can't do that, then guess what? You are someone else's product, helping them sell a product. You need a product, you need to serve people, you need business systems. Those are 3 things right there. Product, serve people, business systems. I say that all the time. Now, you need 5 more things to make those 3 things work. First off, you need to get attention. Chris, he get a lot of attention. That's why he be shining on y'all. That's why he lets you know. That was me with E.T., right? That's why he lets you know. Don't let him fool you. That was me with Les Brown. That was me with Antonio T. Smith. That was me on this plane. Please know that I done fooled around and I done left Huntsville. Right? Get attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a photographer. I'm a businessman. Y'all taking pictures. I'm taking pictures for my legacy, right? Just get attention. That's he can't say it, so I'm gonna say it for him. He can say it, but it's arrogant if he says it. But I'm gonna tell you how great he is. He ain't paying for this, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. This man doing his thing at 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So you need to get attention. After you get attention, all right, it's pretty simple. Then you need to find where all your customers hang at. Now that you find where all your customers hang at, no doubt. Good job. Now that you find where all your customers hang at, now you need to see where their attention at. What are they paying attention to? Now that you know what they paying attention to, all right, jump in front of that doggone attention. Now that you jump in front of that doggone attention, all right then, sell them something. That's it. Ain't damn thing I said had anything to do with money. Nothing. You don't take money to make money. Now, it takes money to make massive money, but it don't take money to make money to be free. Excuse me. Let me switch my definition of free real quick. It don't take money to get out of poverty. It takes massive money to get free. Those are 2 different things.
Whew. Dropping jewels as always.
Oh, you know me, man.
You know what? Hey, just going off of that. Now, that's how you led off everything, and then you got to sell. Now, this is the biggest thing that basically all the entrepreneurs or business people do. They have an idea, they build a story, they advertise much more, and I'm like, so what's your sales? I'm doing this fun. I'm like, dude, I didn't ask for that.
Yep.
Sales. It's like a lot of times people they do everything right, but when it comes to the main part that really matters, to actually get everything, is just sales is freeze. So
that's big. Yeah.
What can you say to them to help them out with
that? Well, I'm sure you can teach this better than me, but I'll go ahead and give it my best shot. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't make money without sales. I need you to receive this as gently. I'm gonna switch my tone. I'm gonna get on my Joel Osteen tone, okay? I need y'all to receive that there is no such thing as a money, a dollar, a rupee, a euro, a ruble. No such thing as any form of dollar without a sales transaction. You can't even sell sex without a sales transaction. You feel me? You can't. I'm gonna push that. You mind if I push it further?
Go ahead.
This is gonna be terrible. You ready? I'm gonna tell you right now. You gave me permission.
Don't give me permission. I'm just trying to hold my laughter.
All right. So what you do is at the beginning of this episode, you're gonna go, ladies and gentlemen, the views of this podcast. The views of Antonio T. Smith Jr. do not necessarily reflect the views of Christopher Halls, right? You need to say that. I'm about to say it's too real. What I'm about to say. Too real. Brace yourself.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
You can't sell Christ without a sales transaction.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the house now. That's the whole room now.
You can't even save people without a sales transaction. Let me break down that Christ thing so I don't get stoned to death in my tire slash. If I tried to bring you to Christ and I say, "Oh, listen, Chris, I'm the man. I'm the man. Look at how great I am." That's not gonna work.
No, I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Because I'm selling the wrong thing.
Mhm.
I'm selling me. No. The way you bring people to a transformation is you sell the transformation. I'll give you an example. You know what, Chris? I used to be real, real bad. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was just terrible. But the moment I found X, whatever X is, whatever your religion is, I changed. And this is what life now is, now that I found that change. And I'm glad. It's not me, brother. It's the change. It's what I found. Now I can influence you to be with me in my religion because I had to sell that. But I couldn't sell me. I had to sell the transformational protagonist. That's why a lot of y'all don't even invite people to church because you don't know how to sell. That's a statistic. Statistically, 9 out of 10 people don't even invite people to church. 9 out of 10 people can't sell. Right? You finna get me stoned to death, man. I'm telling you.
Me. I'm gonna have to pull a bulletproof. I have a helmet on, all that stuff getting out. But it's all good though. But I don't think people realize. I think when they just say it, they kind of like go in defense or like don't want to do it. But they fail to realize they do it every day. You have to sell yourself
Every day.
that marriage to get that job, to a person, getting the sports. It's just like when it comes to money, for some odd reason, it's like, I'm not good at sales. But you've been doing it your whole life.
You had to sell yourself to be born. Listen, y'all. I'm not going to say pro-life or pro-choice, but please know that you had to show your mama that you was a living creature by kicking her in the stomach so she can go through and have you. Please know. Please know that your mama had to stop drinking Merlot for a few months. Right? She had to stop doing push-ups because you had to sell her. It's a baby in here. I'm going to change your life, mama. I'm your precious bundle of joy. You've been selling before you got out the womb. You told your mama, don't jump off a building flat stomach. Don't do a belly flop in the pool. Mama, take care of yourself. I'm in here. You eating for 2. Now, you've been selling before you understood what sales was, before you got out your mama's womb. So please know, you are already a professional salesperson. You just need to follow somebody like Chris so they can help you out and remember how to sell.
And with that, I'm gonna close it out. I can't be. That is. You can't go any deeper than that, especially when you're talking about hair. It's.
Had to get it, man.
You're breaking up my mic. You're breaking up
Yeah.
my mics.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I had to get it, man. Yeah.
So
yeah,
like,
man, that's it.
With all that said, like, where can they find you at and much more?
Man, find me through Chris. Don't even look me up. You hit Chris up on his podcast. Hit Chris up on his email and ask for me. I don't even want to. I ain't got no information unless it come through Chris. That's what you do. That's how we gonna do that.
I ain't got nothing else to say. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and conclude this another great episode of providing you great information, value to help you take it to the next level. As always, it's Chris Holmes as your host, and I have my guest by the name of
Antonio T. Smith Jr. That's it.
And much love. Make sure you subscribe, share, and much more so we can get this motivation going. And remember, greatness is inside of you, and it's about time that you bring it out. Peace.
Subscribe to Chris Podcast. I'm gonna put salt in your chocolate.
And we out.
The way I would